Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nadia Adam. I'm a Vedic astrologer and psychic medium. So today we are going to talk about the energy update between 27th of August until 3rd of September. As usual, I will divide my explanation into several parts and the timestamp will be in the description box along with links that it may help you to understand the upcoming week and also my personal details. So if you're interested to book a personal reading with me. Okay, so this week, not many things going on, but yet it can be quite interesting week. Okay, so we are starting here with Mercury actually moves direct. I think tomorrow, 28th, Mercury will be moving direct. Yes, here we go. Just let me do it in this way. Okay, moving direct in the sign of Cancer under the nakshatra of Ashlesha, and again it's going to pass the Gandanta next week. Okay, I'm actually tired of Mercury in Gandanta, but here I go. So what's the theme of upcoming 1 week? And by the way, we're going to have also a new moon happening. All right, so Mercury just moved direct. So that's mean whatever been happening in the last 1 month, all right? To be more specific, maybe starting from the mid of July, excuse me, until this time, it may revisit again. Let's say, for example, if you took any action or decision, or maybe you decided and make up your mind about something and you were about to go ahead with it, okay, in the last 1 month or 1 month and a half. Now, Mercury moving direct, it can let you revisit whatever action, decision, that thought that you've been thinking of, and maybe change something about it. All right. That's why they said do not take action and decision during Mercury Mahadasha. Sorry, in during Mercury retrograde, because you may regret that. All right. Don't do big purchases. Don't start an investment. Don't buy, I don't know, doing a business, maybe opening up something new during Mercury retrograde, because you may revisit that decision again. Okay, so that's what is happening. And because Mercury is in the sign of Cancer, and Cancer has to do with the moon, and we're gonna have new moon, I think around the weekend, all right, it may start to open up again some wounds, some psychological, emotional, and mental turbulence, all right? So Mercury retrograding in Ashlesha does not mean it will be an easy kind of sailing. You may start to feel more intense when it comes to your emotion, when it comes to how you want to convey. It can also shows that a suppressed feeling start to bubble up and you just want to say it out loudly. Okay, it will start to give people actually more courage to be more bold in their action, in their words, in the way how they express. Collectively, maybe we will feel a bit of anger and frustration. Okay, and along with aggression also. So you can say the upcoming 2 weeks, because of the theme of Mercury and then being activated by the new moon, it can be quite challenging. Okay, now the thing is, the upcoming new moon, it will give us the window to open up for the eclipse season. So technically the eclipse season will be starting from next week. All right, I mean, obviously, because we're gonna have the first eclipse around 17th of September, right? So we're gonna start to feel the theme on what's going on from the next week. Okay, what's the theme and what's gonna happen during the eclipse? Okay, this is in regards to Mercury retrograde. So I would recommend, Mercury is still in intense placement. Do not take action. Do not take decision. You may kind of regret it. Okay, especially once the new moon hit and then we're heading to the eclipse. All right, you may regret it. Don't take any action. Right, even if you have like that suppressed feeling about something, let it be until mid of September. You still feel that urgency to say, to feel that urgency to go ahead and take it, then just do it, but don't take a decision right now. All right, so the people that will be mostly affected of whatever going on here people who have like going through Mahadasha, Antardasha of Moon, Sun, Mercury, okay, Ketu, right? And if these planets actually sitting in your Cancer and Capricorn, and also Aquarius, because hey, Aquarius, Saturn is retrograde and still looking at Cancer. Okay, these are the most people who will feel like, okay, life is a bit tense for me, or unexpected things will start to show up in my life. All right. So that's in regards to Mercury retrograde. I mean, Mercury moving direct, not retrograde. Okay. Now we have another interesting kind of theme going on here, that Mars is officially in the sign of Gemini. All right. So here we go. And then Mercury here is already again in the water sign. So you see how the theme or the energy of Mercury is quite dominant in upcoming 2-3 weeks from now. Actually, for the whole 2 months, because even the eclipse is happening under the sign of Mercury. Okay. So Mars in Mercury, sorry, Mars in, oh my God, Mars in Gemini, it can indicate that we are in the phase of planning things. We are in the phase of analyzing. We are taking our time despite the emotional urgency for us to just blast it out because of Mercury here in water. Okay, so as much as there is a patient, but they're not that much patient either. Mars in Gemini is not really helpful. Gemini is duality. Okay, it's the air, and Mars has the fire kind of element. Mars doesn't like to dwell into two things. I just have to choose one right now, either right or left. Okay, so you will find yourself. Actually, I mean, I read a lot of charts for my clients and stuff like that. Everyone just feels like I am in the injunction, like I need to take an action, take a decision about something, which again, I would emphasize and tell, do not take an action decision right now, because the alignment is just not helpful. All right. Mars here will give us a tendency to be a bit confused about the decision that we're going to take, or the direction that we want to take. Okay, but I believe the clarity will come once Mercury moves to the Leo sign. All right, that's mean you need to wait for another 2 weeks period or to 10 days until things are settled. Then you can act according to your Mars energy. Okay, so Mars and Gemini gives us again tendency to overthink, overanalyze. We may take wrong decisions, more wrong actions. Our speech can be very impulsive during this period, right? Um, uh, Too many thoughts in our head, too many ideas, can be a good way or bad way. If it's a good way, like business ideas, money wise, da da da, you just can write it down. All right. Like I always say, people who have a strong Gemini, please have a notebook in your pocket. Okay. I mean, for me, I keep a notebook always beside me. Okay. Because there's so many things on my head. I just need to write it down in order for me to see how I can go ahead with it. Because when your mind is just full of ideas, you cannot put it in order. You have to have that paper and pen, write it down everything, and just like organize. At least you organize your mind physically on the paper. Okay. So that's it for next week. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. Wishing you to have a wonderful, beautiful week. Stay good, be good, and see you soon. Thank you.